Alright, 6th grade, our video for today, and this is Math Lessons with Mr. Morris, and that's me, Mr. Morris. Thanks for coming along, and we are going to do, like the title said in the beginning, we are going to be solving addition and subtraction equations, and I'm going to give you the rules. I want to put the rules right on this side, and I want you to follow those rules. Okay, the rules are real simple. There they are. Read them. They're right on the screen. You do the opposite of what the sign says. I repeat, you do the opposite of what the sign says. Don't fight me on it. Just do the opposite. And I'm going to give you an example with these two problems that I posted up here. I want you to look at the sign. The sign is add. The opposite is subtract. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 20 minus 5, which is going to give you an answer of 15. That means A equals 15. Okay, A equals 15. If you plugged 15 into the equation to check it, 5 plus 15 will get you 20. Okay, now look at the next one. Let me change the color. The sign is subtract. The opposite is add. So we're going to add 40 and 7, which is going to give me 47. All right, so C equals 47. If I plugged 47 into the equation to check it, 47 minus 7 is going to equal 40. And that's the way I want you to do these problems, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple extra problems, and we're just going to do exactly what the rules say. Okay, so what I have on the screen now are two more problems. It looks like a subtraction and an addition. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my fancy highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the sign. The sign is subtract. The sign is add. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to do for both of these problems the opposite. The opposite of subtract is add. So it's like I would be adding 12 on this side, which I don't want you to have to do, but that cancels out. More importantly, 89 plus 12 is going to give you, let's see, 11 carry the 1, 101. So if I was going to check that equation, I'm telling you that y equals 101. Well, let's prove it. Okay, 101 minus 12, let's see, we have to get 89. Can't do it, can't do it, cross it out, make it 10, cross it out, make it 9. 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 89, and there's your match. Y equals 101. All right, for the second side, all right, let's see what it says. It says add. We do the opposite. We subtract. So 160 minus 80. Okay, I was taught in school, you basically do this. This means positive 80, and you subtract 80 here, and it cancels out. Okay, it's called balancing the equation. So we want to find out what R equals. So basically, to make this easier, I teach it where you take the opposite of the sign. The opposite of the sign is subtract. You take your 80, you subtract it from 160, and it looks like you get 80. Now, if I want to check it, I'm going to plug it into the equation. So your equation reads as 80 plus R equals 160. If I throw 80 in there in the place of R, 80 plus 80 is 160. And that's the first round of problems. Let me give you two more, and then we'll call it a video. Okay, and for the last two problems, we're going to handle these the same way we did the other ones. Okay, so let me get out a nice highlighter. We'll go with a little bit of purple here. And I'm going to look at the sign. The sign says add. The sign says subtract. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the opposite of what the sign says. The sign says to add. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to take 19 minus 2, and that will give me the answer for x, which is going to give me 17. If I wanted to check it, I put 17 in the place of x. 17 plus 2 gives me 19, so it checks out. And let's see, the opposite of subtract is add, so I'm going to take my 176 and I'm going to add my 113, which is going to give me 9, 8, 4. Okay, so 489. Z equals 489. If I want to check it, I can do it down here. I'll do 489 minus 313. I get 6. I get 7. I get 1. And there's my match. And that's the video. Just remember the rules. Do the opposite of what the sign says. If it says to add, you subtract. If it says to subtract, you add. And that's our video. And stick around. We got another one coming up real shortly.